We all know March, right? It's a month we've lived through before, but not like this. In 2024, March will bring us dragons and murder therapy. It's got Princess Peach in the vastness of space, Eric Cartman and a threat to the dominance of The Sims. It's a lot to take in at once, so let's slow it down. Grab a coffee, slip on a pair of Astro A50s, and let us talk you through the coming month in game releases.
Hey, you ready to come play another game?
Horror games have always been a kind of immersion therapy, a way of plunging yourself into your worst fears to see how much you can endure. And then, if we're honest, requesting an emergency Steam refund. In the Outlast Trials, your therapists are a creepy corporation looking to test your moral and mental limits. We're talking Jigsaw and a lab coat. Dig a key out of somebody's chest and maybe you'll be rewarded with tools that can stun and blind your enemies. And maybe, with the help of some friends in co-op, you might just manage to get away. Eat your heart out, Manhunt. Literally.
Night vision device fully operational, sir.
Excellent. Bring in the other subjects.
From Outlast to Outcast, which returns to our screens after an extended leave of absence on March the 15th. The original game came out in 1999 when the most anticipated new software launch was the Millennium Bug. Following a remake in 2017, this is the first true sequel to that classic, which basically invented the open world genre. Despite the modern draw distance and lighting effects, there's still an oddball 90s spirit on show in Outcast: A New Beginning. Imagine if Just Cause was spliced with Morrowind, or if Avatar was related to Myst, the adventure game. There's just something genuinely alien about the world of Adelpha.
You speak Agakamon?
Yeah, I was trained to speak 14 languages, but I've never heard of... Alright, I speak Agakamon, sure.
Of course, if it's aliens you're after, you can't go wrong with outer space. Homeworld is another beloved 90s series getting a long-awaited sequel in March. Only this one is an RTS, all about fighting strategic battles against the backdrop of breathtaking constellations. Here, the Great Void doesn't feel dark and empty, it's mystical and majestic. Your Starfleet manoeuvres can be beautiful too. They play out in 3 dimensions among the brittle ruins of an ancient civilization. If you can navigate the asteroid fields and particle storms, you may just get to order your strike craft to initiate a trench run. Time to get that orange jumpsuit dry cleaned. Looks like we might be getting one more wear out of that jumpsuit actually. In jail, everyone dresses like Luke Skywalker. They just don't tend to stick to the same moral code. As a prison architect, it'll be your job to house dozens of residents who don't necessarily want to be there. Residents who will express their unhappiness through riots and escape attempts. This newly 3D sequel comes from Double 11. The British studio took over from Prison Architect's original developer back in 2019. They've also helped out on RimWorld, so they know a thing or two about managing tiny people with colourful personality quirks. As it happens, Life by You is about much the same thing. As the god of your own universe, you're tasked with building homes and lives for simulated human beings. It's a game directed by Rod Humble, who was in charge when EA made The Sims 3 as an open world. You can see even greater freedom at play here, allowing you to control any NPC at any moment. It's the first time in a long time that The Sims has had a real competitor, and developer Paradox isn't taking any chances before stepping into the ring. You can expect Life by You to spend at least a year in early access before full release. Japan's most popular export in March is likely to be Dragon's Dogma 2. The unexpected sequel to Capcom cult classic, this fantasy adventure doesn't subscribe to the usual rules of JRPGs. Instead, it leans into the strengths of Western role-playing games, Dungeons, Dragons, and non-linear questing. You'll even encounter travellers and merchants governed by AI that determines their day-to-day lives and goals. It's all very Elder Scrolls, down to the cat-faced NPCs. Except that Capcom will send you up against giant enemies that need to be climbed to be killed. Exactly what you'd expect from the makers of Monster Hunter. Last but not least comes another RPG sequel. Although, strangely enough, this one isn't actually an RPG. Snow Day may follow on from the South Park series started by Obsidian with the Stick of Truth. It even stars the same character, the New Kid. But it plays as a co-op fighter, set against the backdrop of a school-cancelling blizzard. There's still plenty of pedigree involved though. Developer Question made the underrated Blackout Club, which was basically Stranger Things in co-op. So there's every reason to think they can make another fun romp about teens running around town, getting into scrapes.
Good luck trying to ruin this game. I'm sure you'll manage.
And now, our march is over. Rest those weary feet, but don't put those fingers to bed just yet. If you liked this video, you'll want to hit the subscribe button and ring the bell. That way you'll get more game recommendations from Logitech G throughout the rest of the year. See you next time!